So they come by every Monday or Tuesday, whichever the case may be. It's Tom and Carlin. They teach us great job hunting tips for the summer and how to find yourself a job. One of the big things about finding a job, guys, is having a good resume. But apparently, Carlin, this is a bad resume.
Yeah, this is not a good way to do your resume. There are quite a few things about this that just aren't quite right. Just for starters, email, a little bit inappropriate. I need money at unemployed.com. Not quite right. Education, I am done now. Doesn't quite work.
I am done school now.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
And even the duties included that you would put on most resumes that you do for each job, they're very vague. They're not really appropriate. Save kids' lives, suntan. They don't really tell what kind of skills that you acquired in order to do those jobs.
So, in other words, we're talking about someone who is obviously a lifeguard, but if you're not even describing it in detail to them, how's the employer supposed to know what skills you have, right?
Exactly. And same thing goes with your skills and your hobbies and interests.
Look at the skills. Well-dressed. Yes, very interesting. I like this too, hobbies and interests, meeting new people, watching TV. Yeah, not going to work. In references, your mom's probably not going to work.
Your mom and your best friend, no, they're not your best references. They're probably a little biased when it comes to how you are. So. Now,
if you want a good resume, just take that away. And Tom, we got a good one here.
Yeah, we've got the name centered at the top. It's bolded. It stands out nice and you know, very visible. The employer can read it right away. An appropriate email address this time. And as you can see, what you want to really work on is just having a very formatted, very consistent resume in terms of the borders. We've got the dates here, a very brief but accurate description of what he did.
Right.
The title of his position, lifeguard at R&R camp. It's very easy to read, and you can read it very quickly, which is what you want the employer to do.
Absolutely.
And then for skills, we've got some good ones down here this time. Instead of being well-dressed, he's got good communication skills, self-motivated, that sort of thing. Hobbies and interests are a bit more appropriate as well, such as reading, sightseeing, movies, and references available upon request.
Now, I want to ask you guys about that. Is that a standard thing that you can put? Do you always want to have a separate page with references that you include with your resume, or how should you do that, Carlin?
There are a lot of different, people have different views about that.
Yeah.
I know I usually put available upon request, and you can hand them in if the employer wants it.
Right.
But sometimes it's easier for the employer if they can just call them right away. If you, let's say, haven't handed them in, they don't have to call you and get them from you and then call your references. So it depends.
So it's all kind of, that's kind of a subjective type thing.
It depends on in what you're applying for and who you're talking to.
Okay. And then as far as skills and stuff, do you want to just, I mean, these are pretty standardized things, but do you want to try to maybe skewer your skills to the job that you're applying for if you possibly can? Is that something you want to do?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You want to focus on things that really apply to the job.
Yeah.
So you want to tailor each resume to a specific job. Like you might want to highlight every kind of work experience that you've done in that area too.
Okay, we've got not much time for hot jobs. Here we go. Hot jobs, here we go. Painter.
Painter, these are all entry-level jobs this week that I picked. For the painter, you need no experience. All you have to do is be responsible and paint the exterior of houses.
General office clerk.
Just same thing, some organizational math skills, computer knowledge, filing. All you're doing is verifying some records and just some general other office duties.
Okay, and then market researcher.
I think this is phoning clients to ask them about information. It's not the outbound sales. It's more just it's getting information off people.
Okay.
And finally, we've got cashier here, entry-level position, willing to train, full-time as soon as possible, no experience required again.
So if you have no experience, these are great jobs to maybe take a look at, and the phone number up on the screen. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
Love having you guys here. You know what? They've decided they're going to stick around because after the break, we're going to do some football drills. So Tom, Carlin,